my son said that he had to put down a pronoun first or second day of school, he thought if he did not, the teacher would assume he was a they, them, and he was terrified.
We are not rehabs for broken men.
We are not banks for broke women.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
I also like to say I'm gender fluid because I was too hot to be gender solid. And I hope to one day become gender plasma. Because gender gas sounds weird.
Everyone's going on about this blue and red filter. They're like, oh, it's gender euphoria. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. I look like the white guy that they cast as Jesus in every Passion play. Send help.
What a voice and what a talent. I'm predicting that Jake Wesley Rogers will be a breakout artist very, very soon. We've played all 3 singles that he's released this year, and we will continue to do so because he's a major talent. I'm Elton John, this is my Rocket Hour.
I raise you. Boys in skirts on skateboards. How do we feel about that?
Big fan, but I raise you. Non-binary in a bomber on a bicycle.
I've had about 1 billion different labels and 1 billion different pride bracelets, but these guys were getting old. Time to start anew. And look at that tan line. Used to keep these guys in a safe so no one would find them. I'm out of the closet now, but I still do out of habit. Look, new bracelets, yay! Get a little help tying them on, and glue, of course, to keep them forever. We cut off the scraps, and look, pride bracelets. They're so cute! And so am I.
Aren't time zones amazing? In Australia, it's tomorrow. In Europe, it's tonight. And in the US, it's 1942, where minorities, women, and LGBT are still under assault by old white men. All right, bisexual, let's see what your real sexuality is. Still bisexual, but now annoyed. Society, gender, me, gender roles. If a gay asks a question, shouldn't it really be called a query? Thinks in gay? Yes, it should.
So I've noticed something. Bi girls will talk about their girlfriends like dog owners talk of their dogs, while bi girls will talk of their boyfriends like cat owners talk of their cats. Let me explain. Dog owners will be like, this is Daisy, she is a husky cross with a Pomeranian, she knows all these tricks, she's so amazing. She is so sweet and loving and loyal, and she's just the best girl you will ever meet. Whereas cat owners will be like, oh, yeah, this is Richard. He's an asshole, but he's my asshole, and I love him.
So my parents aren't really good at remembering my pronouns. They just don't click in their head that I use they, them pronouns. However, my dad and I had a really interesting conversation the other day, and this is a recreation of it. You know, son, it's not always... You can call me son. Daughter? So more son than daughter, huh? Okay. What about Dawn? Actually, I think Solder would be better. No, because then I'd have to be like Sergeant Solder or something. It just feels like something else has to be on that. Okay. What's up, Dawn? They might not be great with my pronouns, but I guess they're trying.
Would you date someone who was gender fluid? Do they like Harry Potter? No, on any given day, they don't know what gender they want to be. So they'd kind of be like an animagus. It seems like they're just really confused. What's confusing about knowing that who you are can change? What you were born as doesn't change. Harry Potter always knew that there was something different and interesting about himself. What are you talking about? Harry Potter didn't know that he was born the chosen one, but when he found out, his entire life made sense, even if it didn't make sense to anybody else. So did they like Harry Potter? You're ridiculous. Ridiculous! I don't think it's ridiculous to want my partner to know the history of the Deathly Hallows. How will you understand this? Okay, it's weird if a Gryffindor comes dressed as a Slytherin. Well, as someone who does identify as half Gryffindor, half Slytherin, I like to mix and match my uniforms. I just want to know if you date somebody who's gender fluid. Then yes, as long as they're respectful to house elves.
Welcome back. It's part 7 of things my parents did. I came out as trans when I was 14 years old, and then when I was 17 years old, I got my name legally changed. So my name legally is no longer my dead name, but it kind of still is a dead name. I don't go by any part of my legal name, because when we were discussing changing my name, my mom was all for it. She was like, yeah, no, it's not who you are anymore. That's fine with me. And I was like, awesome. I don't know what I want to change it to yet, so can we hold off? And she was like, I'm choosing your name. And I said, what? Because I was already going by a different name at that point, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to stick with that forever. And my mom, after having that conversation, was like, well, no, I'm choosing your first name because when parents have children, they choose their children's names. So even though you're a boy now, I should be allowed to change your name. Like, I should choose it because I'm your parent. So the day finally comes, we go to court, we change my name. She's like, you can pick your middle name, but I'm picking your first name. I'm not going to disclose to you what my legal first name is, but I will tell you that she named me after a Criminal Minds character. And then years later, when I disclosed to her that I didn't like my first name and I would never be using it, and then it genuinely makes me upset when people like at work use it, she was surprised. She was like, I didn't know that you didn't like your first name. Like, really? You didn't? Even though I told you a whole bunch of times that I didn't like it? And then props to my stepdad, he was like, no, yeah, he doesn't like it. He's told you this whole time that he never liked it. He's never used it. He never wanted you to name him that. And my mom was like, oh my god, I feel so guilty that I chose this for you and you didn't even like it. I can't believe I didn't know that you didn't like it this whole time. Yes, you did. You did. You did know. I also don't go by my middle name anymore because it's not something that I feel comfortable with. And I just kind of got saddled with it when we did my name change because I wasn't really sure that I wanted that name forever anyway as my first name. So I just had to like shove it in to the middle of my name somewhere, and I'm stuck with it. Like, I could change my name, but I don't know what I want to change it to. I still don't know that. So I've just kept it the way that it is this whole time. Also, with the job that I have now, I've only been there for like a month, and on my first day I was too nervous to pile on all of my information, and I was like, I can tell them what name I go by, or I can tell them what my pronouns are, but I can't tell them both because that would be a little too much, I think. So I hear my legal name every day because I was a puss, because I was anxious.
Merch available at tiktokbunny.live/merch. Shop now.